Okay, so this house is the next house that I've created. Hopefully, when you come in, you'll be greeting with some sort of message and a little story.
Ooh.
Um, if not, then I'll tell you what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying something,
Oh.
with this housing add-on. I'm not good at it. I just started, use it. I have not used any add-ons, as I said, even on this build. So I just literally put it here for when people visit to to greet them with a message. I don't know if you see the message.
There is a message. Everybody should be able to read it also on screen.
So that's basically the theme uh, behind this build.
Oh, this is awesome. Hope everybody read it. If you've not read it, I'm happy to.
It
Oopsie.
it it
Can
also goes into your chat box, so you can
Yeah,
read
you
it from
can.
there out loud if you out loud if you want.
Yeah, or people can pause when they watch the stream again
Yeah,
and have a look at it
yeah,
themselves. I would really also those of you who will come visit with us, please feel free to visit. Remember to close doors and also have fun reading, following
yeah.
along. Oh,
I,
this is
I
fantastic. I love it.
I've wrote that because in this house, really, you want to try to keep the doors closed because it will lose the surprise effect, as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so the house is for people to come and see and have a bit of different experience, right? Than it's in a game.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh,
here, as you have seen, is a Lord Dracula that basically lives here,
yeah.
and then he's basically building the house beneath, or build the house beneath the city of Coldharbour, and he teaching like vampiric students from time to time, and they're
Ah,
trying to do the experiment to create the race stronger and better
ah.
and faster and then all that. So
Improve
yeah,
all the vampires.
that's correct. Yeah, I really like vampire themed houses. Anything to do with the vampires.
Oh.
So also the way I built this house, when I bought this house, I kind of dislike the platform at the top. I'm sure all
Yeah.
the roses know the house
Yeah.
because
Yeah, yeah. A
it's
blank
Queen Mrs.
canvas. Yeah.
Yeah, but also it's Queen Mrs. main resident.
Yes.
So everybody knows this
Yes,
house. But
the queen's parlor, the queen's house. If you
yeah,
have never seen it, everybody, you can go watch it on a stream because I've streamed it. I've shown her house on Cribs. So if you've not seen it.
so
Oh,
what I try with this house, I really didn't like to build at the top because I
yeah.
didn't really like the area there. But I realized when walking around the house, and this is what I do before I start building, I realized there is some sort of city beneath. You see, like those towers when you look at outside of the window, that there is something there, but you can't really see it from the top when you're at the top of the house.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think is really shame that the developers, have not brought it closer to the surface that they can be actually seen from the
Oh,
top.
yeah.
And yeah, so all of that is kind of wasted. So I wanted to create something that you can actually appreciate, uh, you know,
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Also, in the last spotlight with Pack, who also built beneath Cold Harbor,
Hmm.
and he built Tartaros. I'm not sure if you've seen this. It's um, it's really brilliantly done. You
Hmm.
should go have a look. It's also open to everybody to go visit, so go ahead. And in that stream, Lilana mentioned that there is one of those towers is accessible, but there's a
Not
dead floor, so
yeah,
you can go there
yeah,
and die. But
yeah.
that was interesting to learn that you actually can build really close to them. Oh, we have the queen in the house. Welcome, Queen Measy. We're downstairs or on our way downstairs.
Yeah, yeah, she's seen the house, and yeah, I, I think she liked it. So
Oh yeah, a lot of people
yeah,
like this particular house. When I
yeah,
showed it the first time on stream, I remember that people really, really appreciate it. Also, the way in which you build it is just really fantastic, really
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Again, I actually have not seen any house being built down here. These houses are built a year and a half ago,
Oh,
and if anybody, obviously, lots of people actually like the idea to be built here. So I know people started to building here, but I was one of, I'm not, I don't know if I was first, but one of few at least that
yeah, yeah.
started to create down here. And then, as I said, I don't really like to look at other builds, and
Yeah, yeah,
this is
you
what
want
I
to create your own.
yeah
Yeah, I love that. Also, we have
this is
Dreadfather
all
in the
unique. Yeah.
house. Welcome all of you here. Please come, everybody, visit. Look at this. When I first showed this, I was like, oh, building below Coldharbour. It's very nice. Of course, if you're building a guild hall, you can't. You kind of need the space upstairs.
Well,
Not
yeah, not
anymore,
really
but
anymore. Yeah.
but at the time you
Yeah.
still needed it, like a year and a half ago. Ah.
Yeah, you could have a guild, everything that guilds needs in here, more or less.
Yeah, now indeed.
Yeah.
So
So that,
eerie.
yeah, so this was basically, well, it's not, yeah, garden like a garden, because close to us is a laboratory, creating a
Hmm.
better vampires. And then obviously we need the people for that, and then
Of
all the
course.
corpses
Test
from
subjects.
that is buried here.
I see, I see. So it has a little bit of a darker theme. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to put the test subject somewhere
Yeah.
when they have served their purpose. There we have the
Yeah.
Dreadfather. Did you find something interesting? This is exactly the house to Dreadfather's liking, I think.
Yeah, then I can show a next one, my vampiric house, which I'm actually building my personal guild hall, but people,
Oh,
can feel free. They can feel free to use it if they want to. So,
oh, look. Yeah, this is the
so
laboratory. Uh-huh.
yeah, so this is a laboratory. We've got some prisoners here as well.
Oh.
Next text subjects, you know, test subject. They
Yeah, test. I
came
mean, you
test.
have to study, right? When
Yeah,
your approach is you want to improve vampirism, then of
yeah.
course, oopsie. Everything okay there, Dread? Perfect. I love it. Um, yeah, of course, you have to have test subjects and you have to improve things through that way, experiments. Yes.
So yeah, so that's basically. Yeah, and these are one of the minions, that
Ah, I see. I see.
helping with the experiment.
Ah, yeah.
Count Dracula is elsewhere at the moment, so
Oh, okay,
he's not
okay.
here. Yeah,
Has gone out the house.
yeah, and he's not really doing much because obviously he doesn't get paid, and if he's not
Oh,
there,
oh.
he's just
Hopefully they're not
yeah,
unionizing soon.
yeah,
Might Count Dracula might have a problem then.
yeah. So this I
Really
put
nice detail everywhere here. Really love it.
yeah.
You've done a very good job adding a lot of detail here in the house.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Here I put the skeleton inside. I opened it, put the skeleton in the
Ah.
fire. So
Yes.
it's like a kind of a torture chamber with the fire combined with the fire.
Yeah, very nice lighting in that. Draws
Yeah.
the eye. Oh dear. Madova Kinbosma, you okay? Yeah, of course, it adds to the eerie scenery and to that little bit of gruesome um, theme. This one, probably waiting.
Yeah.
have more supplies and test subjects. And down we go from here.
So yeah, so basically we are trying to make our way down, right?
Yes. Yeah, and how did you actually find out that you could build so far down?
Just keep trying. I had these bridges,
Oh,
and I just crafted 20 of these bridges, and I was trying
oh.
to see, where the limits are. I didn't know about anything about the add-ons, the ways I can, yeah. So in a head, I, you know, I created the borders, and I knew where I have to go and build. Yeah.
Mm,
So I use these bridges basically to
to
find
see
out.
how far you can go. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Trying to determine how far can you go, where would it lead,
Yeah.
experimenting. Yeah, it's really
So
this is true. We've seen this also on PAX Spotlight because he also built down, but his ends in darkness. But he opened the darkness for us to take a look outside, and that's where we saw this village also
mm-hmm.
slightly from above. Yeah, it's maybe that's an oversight of them, of the developers. They could have
Yeah, they
maybe,
could have brought it slightly up so you can see it. Like
yeah.
if you have not built down here, then you don't know it exists.
Yeah, you don't typically look beyond what's upstairs
Yeah, and I
on
honestly
the
think
platform
that
up
is the
there.
best feature of this house.
Oh,
That this out downstairs.
yeah. It's quite sad that it's not that you can't really reach it or that you can't use
Yeah.
it.
Or at least have a towers like this at the
Hmm.
top. These are really nice.
Yeah, Adovakan Bosma, I think that is what oh, but don't thank you for your noble sacrifice, Bosma. Somebody jumped to their death. So I think that is the tower that you can reach, but you might
Yeah,
not
I have
survive it.
I have tried to build into the tower, but literally just on the border of on that where the ring you see around it, that's
Yeah.
where the border is. So
Oh.
yeah, you
Oh,
can't go
okay.
in. You will not die, but it's you can't go any further. Yeah. So
Aw. So
yes.
sad.
So you barely can step on that ring. Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
okay. Okay.
so this is why I decided to just turn around here and go down.
Yeah. And see where that leads you, of
Yeah.
course.
So, and then this point when I built down,
Yeah.
I think I had only 400 slots left or something like that. So I
Mm.
wanted to build something bigger, but I end up building what I end up building because of the limit.
Yeah. That when I came here the first time, I was like, oh, look, there's an actual building down there and it's custom built.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice. And Adovakin Bosma is enjoying a round of parkour. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it took me, all the builds I did around couple of months or so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, but it pays off taking
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time.
Because I keep changing things around, it's never the same. So
Perfecting things, I see. Perfecting.
yeah, it's more about creating slots.
Ah, but
So you need to
yeah.
be clever with it, right?
Ah, seeing how you can build to save slots. to create a
Yeah,
specific look. Yeah, that's wonderful.
correct.
Also, I really love the look of this particular entrance because it looks like a face with a crown
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Don't
it
know if
does.
everybody
Yeah,
sees this or I'm just hallucinating and seeing things,
yeah,
but it very much looks like that to me,
yeah, it does. Yeah, a little bit.
just
So yeah,
slightly.
that's where the Dracula would get his minions from. You see, from that
Ah,
city there. So
ah,
to help him out, with the experiments. So that's where everybody's living, and he,
ah,
because he is the king, he's living at the top. Everybody's at
of
the bottom,
course,
right?
of
So
course.
yeah, well,
Makes
at least that
sense.
was the idea.
Yeah, that's also is follows a certain logic. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
And then this is the bridge. Literally you can see down. You
Yeah.
know, from
Oh.
here. So if it goes up, obviously that would be a hole in there.
Ah, really, really love this. Also, the way in which you went about decorating the outside it makes it look
Mm.
so organic, like it
Y-
belongs, you know?
Yeah, I've tried to see that the castle is actually on a rock. It's very hard to
Mm,
do it, but this was the idea. It's somewhere up high, from the city beneath, and it's
mm,
somewhere on a rocky kind of
yeah.
mountain. If you read the book from Brown Stoker, which I did in 4 languages, it will explain, that the actually castle is right at the top, and then, the teacher uh, that was teaching Dracula English, right? So he was trying to escape, and in some of these chapters they were explaining he was climbing the rocky walls of the castle, trying to get to lower windows, to escape.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so that was kind of the idea behind.
Taking a little bit of inspiration from Bram Stoker. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you could say that is expected with this particular theme. Hope everybody is getting all the detail here. And of course, if I've come here, the door was closed and there was just somebody waiting there.
Hmm.
So the first thing that I mean, I, I had a look at the castle from the outside. I was like, "Oh, this is magnificent!" And then going inside, finding out it has utility too. So everybody, come visit. Remember to close doors.
So and here, obviously the Coldharbour, so more like bar.
Yeah,
It's must in here.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Absolutely must. Keeping
so I
with the
try
theme.
to try to mix um vampiric kind of theme with the Dedrick theme,
Yeah,
together.
yeah. Well, they go very nicely together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But vampiric is red, Dedrick is blue. So this
Mm,
is why you see the blue lights everywhere, and then some of
mm,
the red lights, because
mm.
kind of mix those two together. Yeah.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. These are the pews, everyone. Here you can take your seat. Don't forget to bring your books also
Yeah.
to attend a lesson. Oh
I've
dear.
really liked this pet here, the
Oh.
Dedrick, the Nixat, because
Ah.
they having like certain evil laugh, you know.
They giggle so nicely, you mean. I do
Yeah.
love Aerox, the mutilator.
Hmm.
It's very, very fun as well.
So they
But
laugh
he's a
from time to
visitor, not a
time.
pet.
Yeah, that's right. So there is a mutilator behind us. Yeah. So yeah, basically that's where they would come here and pray, and you know have a common area to be in.
Yeah, yeah.
And on one side is where they would eat, and
Ah,
then
yes,
the
of
other
course.
side sleeping area.
Yeah, accommodations and a little bit of a study going on here as well. The lighting is really nice. I do love this. This is very, very nicely done. Yeah.
Thank you. You see the light now, this one shows. So that's
Hmm.
how it would be in that
In the
arena.
arena. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so all the
Oh.
light, and then the circle will would start from where I am here standing
Mm.
now. Uh, so literally all the lights is touching the circle from around.
Oh,
You
that's
know.
that's nice. Must go see the arena at the right time of day, it
Yeah.
appears. Everybody go visit at the right time and then find out what the right time is, note it down so everybody knows when to be there.
So
Nice attention to detail here everywhere. Also really love what you did here with the kitchen, that there's actually an area to dine in for vampires.
yeah, they do have. She can cook soups because she just know how to make soups, nothing else.
Makes many, but she's one of the bestest cooks, and bestest is a technical
Yeah,
term. She's I think the best in the game. I love her.
yeah.
So
So
fantastic.
and then you see they have a barrel here with the blood, so they can drink
Oh,
here.
of
Uh,
course.
yeah,
Very
and
nice.
then that's is already in a soup. What was inside there?
Of course. A hearty soup indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
No pun intended. Or actually, it was a little bit intended. Yes,
So
so glorious.
and this is the obviously a meeting area, and this
Yeah.
is where he sometimes would sit down and.
Ah.
I try to make a bit of a story to every build,
I
Uh,
love that. I really love that. Adding a little bit of story to it.
yeah. As you can see, this house is not really used for crafting, but
Hmm.
I do come here quite often to,
Hang
to
out.
visit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Very
have the
nice.
crafting area at the top where the laboratory is,
Ah,
but
okay.
I use those tables so when I start creating a house, I have all my crafting tables. I use that set of old tables to craft
Oh,
furnishing. So that's
oh,
actually where most of my gold goes into
yeah.
furnishing plans.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, it's very much understandable. I hear that a lot from others as well. Also, is there like, do you farm for like materials and stuff? Do you actually?
Uh, n- Very rarely. I,
Oh,
I think I'm quite good in terms of trading. Uh,
okay.
as I
So
said, I
no
trade for
necessity.
around
Yeah, okay, I
10
see.
million plus. I think do lots of flipping and crafting. So
Ah,
you make that so much faster, the
then actual farming. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And just as a tip, I would never sell pure materials like hardwood, for example, or
Mm-hmm.
window stone. So what I do, if in case I do go farming and I manage to get, let's say, 50 of hardwood, I would create the furnishing which I know from personal experience sells well,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say I use only 10 hardwood to create the furnishing, sell it for 400 for 40,000, and I can have
Mm.
40 hardwood from that 10 hardwood, you
Ah,
know.
yeah.
So then from 10 become 40, and then I this is the way I use it. Never, farm for materials because
Mm-hmm.
it takes a long time to do it.
Of course,
You
yeah, it
know.
takes a long time. I mean, I do know that some designers actually do farm for specific materials for very
Hmm.
specific furnishings because maybe they're not that common on the markets and they don't want to spend a whole lot of gold on it.
Yeah,
So,
then that makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. But that's interesting that you don't go down that route and instead use the trading system.
Yeah, because I use lots of crown items as well. So
Mm-hmm.
like music box, for example, that would be around 3 million gold or something.
Mm.
So uh, you know you, some players they use 3 million to buy a house and furnish it all together. Just use that for a music box.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
yeah, you can see all the plants I bought for this house when they were really expensive. I think I spent like 300 to 400,000 gold for
Wow.
every furnishing plans there was. I didn't know better at that time that they're gonna
Mm,
go down on value or anything. I literally just bought every single one I've seen, and I only
mm,
start
mhm.
the builds when I have all the furnishing plans. So I can.
Ah, yeah, I see. So it is
Yeah.
homogeneous and keeping in style, and you can supply what you need to create the build that you want to achieve.
Yeah, so if
Ah,
I have something in the mind, I don't want to be going anywhere, outside of the house. I want to be able to just craft it and put it in a place and just
ah,
keep building,
yeah, yeah.
and yeah. I also don't sell any furnishing ever. If I have extra, I literally just um,
You
put
hang
it
on
in
to
a
it.
storage house. Yeah,
It goes to IKEA, the many
yeah.
IKEAs you have. I see, I see. Oh, yeah, this was also such a nice eye catcher here with the lighting. The how you did the lighting here really catches the eye and directs it to specific places in the house. You've done that very well.
Mhm. I, I just looked in game and just give you an idea. I'm only missing 25 furnishing plans to complete all in game.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
yeah, so
All the
that
plans.
yeah, from all the plans is almost
Mm.
3,000 of them.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
only
that's
have
a
25
lot.
missing.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and then mostly are the ones which are um, obviously the Drowen one, the
Mm.
Clockwork City looking one,
Yeah,
which they
yeah.
cost millions each and very hard to find.
Yeah,
And
rare. They're a little bit more rare, indeed.
yeah, allied, and then the Khajiit one, which costs like millions.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and sometimes there are events, like we just had an event where furnishing plans drop, and the prices, of course, will also drop because everybody got them in their chests,
Yeah.
and so that might also help a few designers to think about what is it that they want to build next, or what do they have in mind next. Sometimes if you have an event that just went and it's very nice furnishings. Necrom definitely
Hmm.
has some nice furnishings. You can think about what you want to build and then wait for the prices to drop so you can get the furnishings that you might miss if you haven't got the
Yeah.
time to do all the farming. There he
And
is, Erox.
so I think we have seen everything that is to see in here,
Yeah.
unless you have any questions. Uh,
Yes. Are there any questions? I'm going to put that question to the audience also. Do you guys have any questions you want to ask? Now is your chance. Go ahead. It's interesting that you take a little bit longer to build your houses. Peck is a binge builder. Like
mhm.
he sets himself to build something. Sometimes he hibernates a project, of course, but
Mhm.
then his builds go really fast. It's very
Oh, I
interesting.
see.
Oh, we have a question from Chris.
Yes, I am. I have a. So basically, I have another 10 crown houses that I own, which I have not built anything in, which is quite a lot. And my next one is, let's have a look on the map. It is in a Gold Coast, and it's the Earthwell
Oh,
Sanctuary.
oh,
Earth's Wild Sanctuary. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah,
Ernstwile Sanctuary.
yeah.
Oh,
So
the one that's awesome.
yes. So that is the house with the lots of waterfalls inside,
Yes.
and what I have not started to build anything there, but what I'm planning to build there is because I completed the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, I want to build underneath the like a city, which basically when you steal something, in the Tamriel, that's where you do your trading. So I will have like a underground city, where you can do your trade like dark trading.
Oh,
So there will
oh,
be like a booth with the pictures, so one is doing like a dark art or dark, like fake art or whatever. Basically um,
little black market.
black market town. Yeah,
Ah,
town rather. Yeah,
nice. Ooh,
yeah.
I love this. That's
So
fantastic. Also, that sanctuary is the soon to be Winter Guild Hall, courtesy of Dreadfather Silas.
uh, yeah. So yeah, will be very interesting, and I already trying to get all the furnishing in. I'm missing
Ah,
2 or 3 red guard furnishings, and then I have all the red guard furnishings.
well,
Obviously, the ones are very rare for like
oh,
millions
oh,
of
I
gold.
see.
So
Otherwise, I was going to say, well, ask people in guild chat if they've come across that. Also, if you are part of of a housing community, you can ask people to have a look
mhm.
for those, and if they see them, snatch them so that you can get your hands on them.
Yeah. I honestly tried just the quickest way is to do the trading on that week, do extra trading and just buy them off. That's the quickest way. I don't usually ask people to craft any furnishings because, it's not, yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
really
meant the
like to
plan. I
bother
meant the
people, and
Yeah, I totally get
uh,
it, but I meant the plan. It's like if you're missing something very specific, you can. Sometimes people will come across it on a trader that's really out somewhere, or they see the furnishings, the plan somewhere, and you can ask them to have a look out for that. Nothing wrong with asking people for help in that regard, so you can get started
mhm.
with a project.
Uh, yeah, that's true. Someone asked me about the style, if I have any like specific style. Um, that
Yeah.
I'm using. To be honest, I don't. I like to build in many different styles, and I don't have a specific theme or style that I build with. I yeah, it's I don't. I know many designers they do. They always try to build similar. So if you see a build, who's more or less build it because of their style. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any signature style, like that. So
Well,
yeah,
maybe with time it will evolve into something like that. But
yeah,
I actually think that sometimes when you don't, yeah, lock yourself into a specific style, gives you a little bit more artistic freedom in a sense that you can try your hand with all kinds of different styles before deciding, oh, this is not my style. I'm not going to try my hand at it.
yeah, correct. Yeah.
Mm.
So you see, hopefully we'll have a time to go and see the elsewhere stuff. So we have 2 more houses. So we have now. I'll show you the vampiric house, and then the last creation I've done was elsewhere house. So you can have
Ah,
a look. I really like elsewhere style and
oh,
Khajiit story and dragons, and
oh.
hopefully I've captured that. And then hopefully you have not seen that house. So
And even if I did, there's people in the audience who've not seen it. So it's
mhm.
going to be wonderful to show it to them and also have a conversation about what went into it, how you came up with all the things in it, and yeah, what's the inspiration behind it. Sometimes that's really of interest for a lot of people.